So you dreamed of this moment for a long time. What was the emotion when you had the tying goal there in the final minute and then to get the win?
I mean, I think you can tell. There was a lot of excitement, obviously. This whole day has been a little bit of yeah, I've been a little nervous, not gonna lie. It's been a big day, and obviously couldn't be happier that we were able to pull that one through and get a win. That was awesome.
Over here on the right, Matt.
Yeah, Phil, guys in the room were saying hockey gods were with you, movie script ending. Could you have drawn it up any better?
I guess that overtime breakaway that would have been, but I think that would have been too much. So we kept it at that, and then Stammer finished it off for us. And but no, it was awesome. So much fun and great game by the guys.
Front left, Brooks.
Steven, was there part of you when Phil scored that thought, well, of course, why wouldn't that happen?
Yeah, I mean, he had some great chances tonight. You could tell. It's one of those games where, like Phil said, you're almost, nervous, anxious. You have that extra, pep in your step. You could tell he was on his game tonight and had some great looks. And you're like, when is it gonna go? Because we were on the verge. Obviously, made it a little more interesting than we wanted to, but we played a solid game and kind of talked about in the past maybe letting it slip away and not sticking to it. And tonight, obviously, we did it, right down to the wire. Obviously, Phil a huge goal, and then to get one in overtime was big. I just thought that was the first time in a while that we stuck with it the whole time and we got rewarded.
On the right side, Emily.
Phil, can you describe the pregame outfit and sort of what the inspiration was behind that?
Yeah, so it's I guess local. I don't even know how to describe it. Like local, traditional outfit from Leksand. It's called Leksandsdräkt, and they wear them for holidays. Obviously they go back. I don't know exactly the history. I have to do a little research on that, but it goes way back, and people wear it for midsummer, especially around where we're from, and kind of I think that's where kind of the thought process started in the summer, and yeah, my friend is the mayor over there, so he was able to pull it off from the house of culture. I guess that's the best translation to it, and yeah, really it worked out well, and yeah, it was cool to do that.
You got to wear it
Left side
again.
Standing up.
Philip, a massive goal in front of your home country fans. Obviously a great feeling, but how excited does this get you to, push forward and eventually get a chance to put on that Olympic Swedish jersey in February?
Yeah, obviously that's I guess that's always kind of in the back of your mind, but it just first of all it gets me even more excited to do this again on Sunday. This was awesome. Fans were great. And like I said, we had a ton of fun, and Olympics is obviously something that I've always dreamed about, but we're far from there still.
Front left, Brooks.
Steven, kind of off of that a little bit, we've talked so much the last few days about excitement to be here and how great it is and team bonding and that sort of stuff. I know there's still one game to go in this, but to come here and to get this win started out, how big is that, and how much does that help what you're trying to do on this trip?
Yeah, it's massive, really. Obviously, we're in a position that we need wins, and you circle this trip on the calendar at the beginning of the year. You obviously hope that we're in a little better position, but we've decided to use this as something that can spark the season. And I think you just see the reaction today of getting a big win, but not only getting a big win, but playing a really solid game from juice on out. The PK, the defenseman blocking shots. Obviously, guys, scoring a big goal like Phil did and getting into overtime, getting a point, and nice to see one go in there for me. So it was just an all-around team effort, and it certainly lightens the mood going into the next game when you get the first one, and now you just try to be greedy and get both. We've had a great trip so far. It's been fantastic. I think for the guys that have been to the city before, you love it every time you get here, and for the guys this is their first time, I think they've fallen in love already. It's a great spot, and like Phil said, just listening to the anthem before the game that gives you chills. So it was just a great effort tonight.
Take one more in English in the front, Steve.
And Phil, just to have all the kids come up from Leksand tomorrow off of this moment, how is that just going to continue the fun of tonight into a practice day tomorrow?
That'd be great. Obviously, there was a few of them on the ice too with us in lineup, which was awesome. Great seeing that, and yeah, like you said, tomorrow's going to be cool to kind of have them all at practice and do a little meet and greet and stuff after. So it's like Stammer said, this trip has been great, and we still got a lot of fun left.
Well, I hope it. I wouldn't even say jumpstart the season. I just hope it gives a good feeling. I mean, we play a lot of these games that, unfortunately, this year didn't end up that way. I think the last few days, our group had a lot of time together, enjoyed each other, and re-energized a little bit. You know, I thought our last 2 games were a little bit leaky, so we kind of got back to our identity a little bit tonight. I'm really happy that it worked out because, like I said, there's a lot of nights this year that we played that style of hockey. They've done everything I've asked them to do, and we didn't get rewarded. And tonight we got rewarded, and you know, it was pretty cool for Phil. Really, really happy for him. The leadership he's shown through the course of my tenure, but especially this year, has been remarkable. And then Stammer, you know, speaks volumes of his character and who he is and how he goes about his business. I know it's not the easiest on him, but he's come to work every day. He's been a great teammate, and he's been a great leader. And it was really good to see him be rewarded.
Left side, first row.
Bruno, Phil was kind of just joking that, yeah, he got the tying goal and said maybe it would have been too perfect to get the overtime goal as well. But is a game like this, is this what you expected from him tonight?
Yeah, nothing Phil does overly surprises me. I thought he tried so hard, and he, you know, had so many opportunities that he's either created or he had for himself. And you kind of know with Phil, it's going to sooner or later go in, and it went in. And he made 2 great plays in overtime. It didn't work out. But I think for our group and our team, it was great that Stammer scored. And for what we've gone through and what we continue to have to battle every night, to see him be rewarded, like I just said a little bit earlier, it was a little bit fitting.
We'll take one more on the right side here, Matt.
Was the message throughout the game when you're trailing 1-0 there, just stick with it? It seemed like you guys outchanced them or outplaying them most of the game. After the second period, were you just saying stick with it and hoping to come through?
Yeah, and I think that was probably the moment that I was most proud of our group, because we've been saying it for countless games that didn't end our way, and they didn't get rewarded. And, you know, I've been around the game a long time, and I still believe when you do things a certain way, you get rewarded. They probably thought I was crazy through that stretch because we weren't getting rewarded. And today, you know, the consistency and the commitment of playing a certain way, we have to play a certain way, we stayed with it. And that was the one thing that the last few games we kind of got away from, partly because we weren't rewarded. Tonight, we stayed with it throughout, and then reward at the end. So hopefully it's something we can build off of.